National test scores released last week show American students are doing better in science, but still lag behind students in many countries. Teachers in classrooms around the area are working to change that. New at 6, KCTV5's Amy Anderson shows us how one teacher in Pleasant Hill is making science hands-on.
There is a trend in teaching that goes well beyond textbooks, and some say it makes all the difference.
Dr. Gray.
That helps a lot.
Oh, so is this the insulin? It's yellow as well.
Remember your old science class?
One drop. All right.
It probably wasn't much like this one.
It's just this idea of putting these students in all these real-life scenarios and piquing their interests.
We're trying to find a positive and a negative control sample.
Any questions?
Gone are the textbooks.
See how that will hold the big test tubes?
Even the teacher is more of a guide here.
You can do that.
There's no lecturing and no students dozing.
Come on, buddy.
On this day, students at Pleasant Hill High School are learning about diabetes.
Insulin indicator.
They get to do the lab, they get to experiment, they get to do blood glucose testing and insulin testing. They still have all the characteristics.
It's an active learning environment and one that's gaining popularity across the U.S.
Their curiosity is driving the class. And they're learning the same thing, they're just learning it in a really different way. They're just more engaged, they can relate to it.
You can see these brain scans from a study at the University of Chicago. The student on the left was thinking about an action he or she learned in a hands-on environment. It activated that student's sensory and motor-related parts of the brain versus the student who just watched the activity.
They all know.
Teachers say the difference is clear.
It's a group of kids you can literally walk away from and come back in 5 minutes, and they're doing exactly what they're supposed to be doing, and they're still learning.
That wall of textbooks you saw in the story, the teacher tells me they're there for reference only, just for when the students need them. In Pleasant Hill, Missouri, Amy Anderson, KCTV5 News.